Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. It's a nice fall evening here where I live, so we're enjoying time outside, playing with the dogs, and trying to help all of you. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things that could help make you some really good money. So Micron had their earnings, and the earnings were great. And as you can see, the stock's up almost 15% after hours. And so luckily, my Discord members and I had some really good plays on Micron. And there's one particular play that I wanted to share with you. If you're interested in ever playing earnings and you're afraid of earnings because it's a crapshoot, right? And so what we did was I had alerted them on an earnings play, but because the volatility was so high, it allowed for great premium for really low price on the strike price. So what I did was I went out to December, which I was expecting that the market would be doing well in the fall anyway because of the election. And I went out to December 20th and I went down to $80 in the strike price. And we received almost $3.50 for selling that put. So that is going to end up being over 4.5% in literally just a few days. And the way that I made it safer was that if we were going to have, sometimes after earnings, even with great earnings, you see a stock shoot down. And if that was going to be the case, I had gone down far enough under the Bollinger Band to where there would be a natural bounce up more than likely. So going further out allowed me to get more premium because when you go further out as an option seller, you actually get more premium. But it only took $8,000 in capital versus going higher up, which would have taken more in capital because when you sell a put, you have to have enough cash to buy 100 shares of the stock. So those two things helped make the trade more equitable for me, and then plus making it safer because I went further out and further down. So if you're dealing with a quality stock, this is one way to play earnings where you can actually make some money off of it if it goes in your direction. If it doesn't go in your direction, then you just have to be patient and wait for the rebound. But when you sell a put, all you have to do is avoid assignment. And so if you go low enough, usually you can avoid assignment. Now, because volatility will be lower tomorrow, I will get to keep most of the premium and I will release that cash for other plays. The other play we did was the new terminology I have shared with you called a skip. I did a video on that and I am going to link that video at the end so you can watch it. But basically it's call option and it makes it safer because you have enough time built in so you're not having to deal with the time decay, the aggressive time decay. But what I wanted to prepare all of you for this Friday was we have quite the setup that is taking place because Micron did well. Then that will more than likely give confidence to investors and you will probably see risk on assets start to fly over the next few days. So any of your QQQ plays should do pretty well. And then that will also spill over into Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's already been catching a bit of a run. So I'm going to share this article with you so that you can see all the same things that I'm seeing. But you know, after hours, it can be very frustrating because you don't have the ability to sell or buy options. And a lot of times we get news after hours. So what I did was instead of going in and trying to sell a put or even buy a call or a skip on MSTR because it tracks Bitcoin, I went ahead and found MSTX, which is the 1.75 leveraged play on MSTR. So basically, it almost acts like you would be purchasing a call option. And I went ahead and I bought some shares. Now, what I encourage all of you to do, if you are going to do something like that, it's a leveraged play. And I just went over this in a video with all of you yesterday. It's important on leveraged plays you set stop losses, because they can jump up twice as fast, but they can also come down twice as fast. So you definitely want to protect yourself with a stop loss so that you are not left holding the bag because these are not meant to be held for long term. But it does help you if you are wanting to get in on double the action like traditionally you can do with an option, but you can't do that after hours. So I hope that helps you. I am going to take you into the computer now and I'm going to show you that article and I'll let you decide for yourself. Here's the article that I came across. It's actually from Benzinga, and it said that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin trading flat, Friday is a big day for Bitcoin. Options expirations could lead to upside volatility. And when you get into the article, it shares more detail. When you're looking at support levels, it is noted here that 63,300 is the most important support level according to this one particular analyst. Now, if that holds, we could see a rise to 65,500 on Friday. If it doesn't, we could be coming back down to 60,365. And so it's important to note that there are several that are stating that we are setting up for that other surge that we've been waiting on, because we have been trading flat for quite some time. And so this would allow us to take advantage of some of the run up. But here is what caught my eye the most. It says, looking ahead, Coin Bureau CEO and co-founder Nick predicts Friday is the big day for Bitcoin, with 5.8 billion in options expiring, with 21% of them in the money. He stated that the expiration could lead to upside volatility. So he added that the max pain is 58,000, which means dealers may be attempting to hold down spot prices to inflict the mass losses on buyers. If that's the case, then you may want to consider buying the dip. However, I want to remind you, I am not a financial advisor, and so please do your own due diligence on any of these plays, and I cannot stress enough how important stop losses are to help you. Now, here is MicroStrategy. This is the stock that I was mentioning to you. It acts like a leveraged play on Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to layer it with Bitcoin just so you can get a sense for it. But I'm also going to show you MSTX so that you can see that it gives you even more volatility. So here you have Bitcoin and you can see the price action. This is the 1 day. We'll look at the 1 month just to give us more time to consider. And then you want to compare it to these other assets. So look at MSTR. And once you pull up MSTR, you can see how similar the price action is. And so if Bitcoin went up 0.28% in the last month, well, MicroStrategy went up 3.43%. And now if you want to add the leveraged play to it, which is MSTX, it is a newer ETF, so there's not as much time. But typically what you'll see when you look at shorter time frames is it will outperform MSTR. And so this is a way to get that leveraged play even after hours if that's something that you're interested in. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want more direct access to me and you want these type of plays real time versus having to wait for a video, consider joining my private community. I go live with my private community members twice a week, and then of course they have access to me all day to answer questions and help them with their trading journey. I would love for you to be a part of it. If you are with Trading with Ashley, there is no trader left behind.